I'm not wearing a mask today. I'm not going to be out here super long. Also, sometimes pollen's okay, right? um, Went to the park, so I only have an hour because it's about 6:30, and we went to the park real quick for a quick walk. Oh, this piece right here is missing. There was a key ring, I think, that was keeping it from falling out. I don't know what happened to the key ring, but I found a zip tie, one that wasn't broken by the sun, so that's what's keeping this in now. And it's fine, because zip ties. Yeah. Going over to trim my sister's yard. I got a line that's been soaking for over 24 hours and a charged battery. I don't know I'm going to do so much over there. I'm pretty much going to do, I think, the driveway. I want to show that this, I think it's October Glory. Why is it so deep down? Maybe I have to dig around it. I don't know if that's, I feel like, I guess a lot of the sand has built up or soil has built up, but it's blooming up. Yeah. Obviously there's pollen on the leaves there. What I do want to do is water primarily the gardenia, but also the osmanthus, the rose, but primarily the gardenia. Everything up there is looking like I don't know if it was a fertilizer I feel like it wasn't. I want to water it because apparently I should be watering heavy. Apparently gardenias are fast growers. I'm just like, where? I've never seen. So here is the plum, really leafed out. I really want to cut these. So we have, ooh, what are we doing here? What's going on? What are we doing here? It's too early for this. This should have been rooted already. So I'm wondering if I put too much soil, right? I think I'm just gonna, come April, I'm just gonna cut it. One way or the other, I'm gonna cut it. Clearly see a lot. Pretty much all the mully grasses are very visible. I did clear up this. There's a couple of hard stem things that I can't get with a trimmer. Maybe I could get it with the push mower, but the push mower I don't have time for that today. And even if I had my hoe, I probably would have been able to do it, but that still would have been like another 10-15 minutes maybe. Maybe not so much, but a lot. Anyway, you can really see I cleared it up real nice. Okay, real fresh, real clean. You know, I as a matter of utility, maybe the weeds marking a barrier on the edge wouldn't have been so bad, but you know, we're trying to minimize weeds. I see some more over here that I didn't get. I'm gonna come over here and get it after this. This is a hydrangea. I think that's a viburnum. And there's another hydrangea somewhere. Oh, this is a viburnum probably, and those are two hydrangeas. Yeah. And I pruned up, I think, quite nice, and I probably could go harder, but I won't because my sister didn't necessarily want me doing this. I offered it for the health of her plant, but I pruned up real nice her rose. Yeah. If it was me, I probably would have gone harder. I probably would have done it a while ago. But also, I know she wants it big and bushy, so we want, you know, openness. You see all the air flowing through. So yeah. All right, that's the next thing. I think this is also mully grass. I feel like it wasn't doing well, and I put it maybe here. I don't think it's a broom sedge. It looks like a mully grass. It just looks like it's doing poorly. I think this is mully grass. So 1, 2, I think she has 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe there was a 7th one and it died. I don't know. But for sure 5 prominent ones. Yeah. And they get nice and pink when they bloom. Yeah, I did that. Alright, so I pruned up my sister's roses. There's some on the ground that I'm like, no. There's one in here that, this one, like, I'm not sure. But there's 3 solid ones. There's this big one for sure that's solid. And so I'm going to stick them in the ground. I'm going to scrape the bottom, I'm going to stick them in the ground. We're going to see if anything happens. And if it does, that's great. Free roses, right? I don't expect it to, but, you know, you never know. So, that's dusty. That's better. Shout out to my uncle, because I know he's watching these videos, and it gives me encouragement. So, hey, uncle. as he's a fellow gardener. And if my other uncle was watching, shout out to him too, because I know he watches every now and then. Hey, families who be watching. Anyway, I put it one by the trellis where the gladiolus was. I tried to get it. I'm gonna water it now. I have another one over here. I'm gonna water them. I don't expect them to do anything, but you never know. So here's giving hope a chance. You know, tomorrow's supposed to be 80 degrees. One, and if it grows, I like my sister's rose bush. So it'd be nice if it grows, right? And I can just move the pine cones as like a mulch. And then here's the other one right in the corner here. And if this grows, it'll be another way to be like, oh, something's here. Back off. And I have one little cuttings of oak, whatever, as a marker. So I don't forget that it's there. But let me go water them now. Sunset for this area is 7:31 to 34, I think, today. And then the term I learned, civil twilight, which I understand, which I'm going to understand as meaning, you know, you can't see no more. Sunset passed, but you know, because usually after sunset you can see for like a good 20 30 minutes, but it seems like it's more like 20 minutes. But anyway, civil twilight is about 20 minutes after that. So I'm not sure if that's the definition, but that's how I'm gonna treat it. So here is the hydrangea, here is mullygrass, here is the rose. And so there's a stick over here. I'm going to use it to mark the rose. Hopefully it takes. We would love that. Stick it in. It's like soft enough. Okay, so she's looking great. I hope you take. I would love if you took. I have the water kind of low, dripping over the first rose by the trellis. I'm going to raise it up, and I'm going to start filling buckets and bring them over here because I really want to water the gardenia and the rose, obviously. And initially I had plans to bring the pallets over here, but I'm gonna try and dig a hole around this also. So I didn't mean a hole, I meant a trench around the base. And so there's some soil in the middle, but we can see there's a lot of new growth coming up, which is great. I just need to keep her water. I know we're set for a couple of days of rain, like the middle of next week for a couple of days. But you know, I'll leave these leaves in case they're serving some other purpose I'm not sure of. There is ash. I forgot I put ash around here, so there is ash. This looks like ash. And I did making the trench. Some of the branches I guess popped up. Maybe they were being held down by some soil. But the soil actually looks kind of moist, so that's good. Here's this other rose. So I know roses do fine over here, but the other rose actually was, you know, a bare root rose with roots on it, not just, you know, not just vibes. But okay, we're here for vibes. We've got about 20 minutes, a little less than 20 minutes to civil twilight. Again, whatever that is. The first one by the trellis got the most water because it got a slow drip and then it got a fast drip. And so I watered in this bed. And I'm setting things up so I can go water the front and the other front. And then I'm just leaving this run here. But the hydrangea over here got a soak. The lilac over here got a soak. The peach tree is growing more beautiful by the day. I love it. Yeah. Here's a peach tree. It's been watered twice. Sources online tell me I need to water it 2 to 3 times a week for the first 2 weeks, and then scale back after that. I don't know that I'll be doing much watering next week because, again, like I said, we do have rain in the forecast. But again, we'll have to see how much that ends up panning out to in reality. But these leaves are, I mean, they were here, but they're opening. They're real nice. I'm not really sure. Is that a mosquito? I don't know. It's beyond me. I kind of want to soak this over here, but I think I'll just leave a reserve so I can come soak this later on. But that needs a lot of water too. But yeah. Okay. So, you know, I know where this is. This is kind of centered to this half ring over here, but it also kind of leans this way, right? I did the circle square, and when I was there, it looks nice. I like where this is, but I'm thinking I might have to dig it out like another foot this way, because I feel like I'm not even sure, because this feels like a good walkway space, and there's more walkway space around here than anything, so I'm not really sure why I want more space over here. And it kind of also looks not centered, but it is also I don't know, it's weird. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I was thinking I'm like I could fill this up with some type of annuals, but annual money, who has that? If I break it down and then put gravel on it and then it's like an area, I don't know. I have no idea what this is gonna be. So it could be like a pad for a fountain. But then where's the seating area? Because I want there to be a seating area over here. Right? So I don't know. I don't think there's too much in the front that needs to get watered. The Dianthus won't mind it. The gladiolus are fine. The sweet peas won't mind it. And I think that my lemon is dead, unfortunately, but I kind of want to put it in the ground and see if anything happens. Sweet peas would be fine. So I think, that was part of my time plan also today, was to come and weed this up. That's fine. That means for another day. I should water the Montauk daisy. Anything over here? No, not really. Maybe some of the bee balm, but also not really. So I think I'm gonna focus on up over there. And if anything, water with what's left. So it's 7:58. We're past a civil twilight. I can see my eye. Let's see. I don't think the flashlight really helps when I'm recording. But I watered pretty much everything over there. The inkberry, the hydrangea, the rose, the gardenia got extra care. I'm gonna go over there one more time because I don't think I put some water on the molly grasses and I put more on one than the other one. I also did the osmanthus a couple times, so yeah. Like I thought, some old rose bush caught on my pants. Some clippings, some old pruning clippings. This slopes down. You really can't see. The ground slopes down here, which is fine because it slopes down to the molly grass. It'll continue sloping down. Again, fine, whatever. So I didn't water the peonies. They really they fought for their lives. They're okay. From here on out, they're okay. Right? Right? Maybe I'll go back. I had brought the hose over here when I took it out of the bucket to fill, the Gorilla cart to fill. I was leaving it on the hydrangea. I didn't have it going super fast, but you can see it's kind of soaking. It's barely doing anything. Actually, I'm gonna raise it a little bit more. I'm probably gonna water the cherry because why not? I feel like I got something in my toe, which you would think yesterday that I got something in my toe that I would wear socks today, but no. I overestimated my time. I underestimated what my general tasks were. Every time I'm out here, I'm like, oh, I forgot. I meant to do this. I meant to do that. I mean to seed some nasturtiums. I want to seed some sunflowers. I want to, so many things I want to do. I always forget. And so I'm going to come this way with the cart. If anything, I'll fill the cart up and I'll go the other way on the other side because it's easier to get to. This is everything slopes down this way, towards this way, but it's a different flatness, anyway, I don't know how to explain, but yeah, can't wait to see what my steps are today. Alright, I forgot I don't have to use the hose. I'm gonna put this in the cart, turn it off, use the cart water to water the cherry. I would have loved to water the blueberry, but it's okay. Oh, again, so not a lot. I'll use the residual water to do things then, I guess. Okay. What I want to invest in, for sure, are a lot of white plants over here. The moon is not super full, but it's like half. It's a half moon. When it's a full moon, everything is lit at night. A nice blue. Oh, I can't turn the light on. And a nice blue light, I guess is what I'm looking for. So everything that's white, like the sand before you had the grass on it, would shimmer, would glow in the dark. So and you can see the water reflecting, the light reflecting off the water. So I definitely want white plants over here, probably on this side where I just put the rose. Maybe some icebergs. I feel like I saw them in a 2-pack somewhere, but I'm not sure. this is the entrance. This is by the hydrangea and the lilac. Here's one flanking the peach tree. Another one flanking the peach tree. Yeah, exciting. And so I do feel, I got pretty much everything done that I meant to do once I realized I wasn't going to get everything I wanted else done. I watered the plants. I'm going to water my Matilda Gutges hydrangea in the pot. Maybe also the sage or thyme. I forget which one it is that's growing. And well, if there's anything on the front, if there's surplus water, I'll do that too. Yeah.